Oh man, what in the what? What is that? Three wheels? What? Oh my! What's going on, guys? Three Wheels on the Block back again. I'm in the garage with a Dodge. Hold up, time out. I know what you guys are thinking. Three Wheels, you did this earlier this year and it didn't work out for you. Well, let's just take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I have before me is a 1950 model Dodge Cabriolet convertible. Yeah. This is going to be one exciting project. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. So, you saw in the intro, there is a force-fed Hemi-powered engine with two, not one, but two electronic carburetors. That's right, you see it. Sniper EFI, a force-fed Hemi. I mean, come on. You see it. You see it. Willwood brakes. You see that right there? You see that? Oh, look. Let's take a look. Oh. Look. You see it? Do you see it? This force-fed Hemi-powered Dodge is sitting on a custom chassis with C4 Corvette suspension. You saw the double wishbones in the back, double wishbones in the front, adjustable coilover suspension. I mean, it's you see the brakes. This is dream car stuff. We'll just go ahead and get that out on the table. So a good buddy of mine has been working on this car for quite some time. He's on this car. I think this car had not left the garage until now for 3 decades. Over 3 decades. 30 years. This thing has been waiting for its time to shine. So if I was to say I was excited, that would be an understatement. This is, I mean, you guys saw the Pole Hunter Camaro. You see what happens when I get excited. You see what happens. All right, now that I caught my breath and I've got some of the excitement out, enough to explain to you guys what's going on. Obviously, this is here for a paint job. But before we get ready to paint it, we have a little bit of body work we need to take care of. I know you guys are looking like, it's a primer. Yes. This is a picture of this car before. And that's what the car looked like when the owner, Dave, started on it. And this is where he's brought it to now, which is phenomenal. We'll just go ahead and say, there have been a ton of man hours in this car creating parts that do not exist. So let me just go ahead and tell you, the body parts for this car you cannot buy. So he had to recreate all the metal that was rusted in the previous pictures by hand. That's lower. I think he did find the rocker panels or a portion of the rocker panels. But recreating the door jambs, the lower portion of the fenders, the lower portion of the rear of the body there, the areas back here in the back, the trunk, the fender, I mean, all of these things he recreated or fixed by hand. Not to mention cutting the hole in this hood to allow for his force-fed Hemi to breathe. Yeah, that's just sick. This is what everybody wants. I know you LS guys out there, but I don't even have words for this kind of stuff. This is dream car stuff. This is what dreams are made of. This is the pinnacle of hot rod. Like when it comes to hot rodding, this is what it's all about. Big cubic inches, big power, shoved down into something that, well, Grandma used to drive that to church on Sunday. Yeah. So anyway. So the plan is we're going to go in and finish up some body work. There's just some minor things we need to take care of. Massaging. Got to do some fitment on some fender welting in the back that we may or may not use. It depends on how consistent it looks with the color of the vehicle. So before I start that, I'm going to give you guys a quick walk around on what I'm going to be tackling before we are at the stage where we can apply paint. So the body lines on this car look really well, really good. Convertibles are difficult to deal with because there's not a lot of support for the body itself. Essentially, from this firewall forward, if you don't have the rest of the doors and stuff bolted onto the car, or if it's like off the frame, it would just fold forward because there's nothing to support it. all these body panels, the fenders and firewall assembly grown across where the window section is, all work together kind of as a unit. So the body lines look really good so far. As you can see, they're pretty straight. There's a little bit of fine tuning to do along the way, nothing too bad. The fender welting is going to go between the outer fender and the body of the car. And it's supposed to take care of filling this gap. Now, if the welting does not match the color of the car, what I'm going to do is come in and move the fender according to the gap location or extend the body like here. So we would extend that just a little bit to tighten up those body lines. There'll be some tweaking that needs to happen at the trunk just to make it close a little bit better. The trunk on this car is huge. So I don't really know how to put this in perspective other than the trunk lid starts there, comes all the way back here and turns down. And I think that trunk, if I were to lay a tape measure across the trunk, I believe it's probably over 5 feet long. So I'll have to do that at some point, see exactly how long it is, but it's pretty long. And you can see here the difference in the fender and the body. So those are things we're going to be adjusting to get those lined up, to adjust gaps and get everything to fit the way we need it to fit. Clean up some edges in the just small little fine touches that once it's together and painted, you will never note we're done, and that's the whole point. So you may notice the gap in the front and the back. Front looks, you know, pretty tight here. A little bit larger gap back there. A little bit larger gap on this side. But the fenders and everything are aligned where they're supposed to be on the body. So what we'll do is come in here and adjust this hood down and probably out on either side. I'm going to have to do a little bit of tweaking there just to get those lines straight and bring the hood back towards the car some. Just some adjustments. And the reason I'm doing all this adjusting, I know you guys are like, why are you making all these adjustments? You don't want to make these adjustments after paint. There are a couple of reasons why. One is you may have to make an adjustment on the metal or the body. And if you have to do that, you don't do that after you paint, especially when it comes to the paint that's going on this thing. So as far as the color, I'll let you guys just guess what color this skin's going to be. I think I'm just not even going to tell you until it comes time to put some paint down. Oh, what the heck. You know what? It's going to be orange. And if you guys saw the Dodge truck at the beginning of the year, it was orange. It's not going to be the same orange, but it will be an orange, and it will look awesome. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up the camera on a tripod, and we're going to go through and make some marks on the body so I know what I need to make make some marks on the body so I know what I need to do as far as making adjustments and getting things where they need to be at. You guys can watch the show. You know, I know you guys are thinking Three Wheels has a thing for cars with holes in the hood. Like this is the next year after the Pole Hunter Camaro. Well, it may have been 2 years now, but it wasn't too long ago. You guys saw another. I won't say I'm done with that, but anyway, let's put the camera down. Let's get to work.